get your brushes, go get your paint. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey guys, we are live and I'm Shoshie. Hold on one second. I want to make sure that you can hear me. Yay, you can. I have some bad news. This mic has really bad batteries and I'm out of batteries. So we're just going to knock on wood and hope this mic makes it through the rest of the stream. Hello, Rumble, Mark Goodwin, Heviston, May, Texas. Yay, thank you so much for joining us. It's Friday. It's WIP Trip Friday. I need to write that down on my paper too, if I can find my pen. So I have bad news about the mic, and I have bad news about the mic that I ordered. Unfortunately, the mic that I ordered arrived, but only the little dongle adapter arrived. So the actual mic itself, the $200 and some mic that I ordered, is not here. I'm really upset with B&H. I will call you out, B&H, for not sending me my $250 mic. No, use flashcards. Yeah, we could easily just have a silent show, but we'll just hope that it works and see what happens. So let me real quick, I'm gonna write down, I'm gonna do my little circle, sort of in the middle of my paper, sort of enough. And then I'm gonna write down WIP Trip. Can you read it? Can you read it? Yeah, you can. Friday. There we go. WIP Trip Friday. And there you go. Exclamation point WIP Trips. Hello, Lamunis. How are you doing? So meanwhile, while we're using up my current mic's batteries, we will be painting the rest of this Twilight Knight Halloween pinup and then working on probably one of the other Kingdom Death minis that we're going to be doing for our little auction. And I want to show you something that I've done here. I started to paint, this is like a flesh tone, and because my orange wasn't feeling bright enough, so I'm going to do a few things here. I've got my Heartfire from P3. I'm going to put this on my palette. I have some transparent orange on the palette already. Got to the T in WIP Trip. Lamoon's beat you to it. That's awesome. So I have transparent orange from Pro Krill right here. I have a question for you guys. So I'm in the process of ordering stuff from Monument/Creature Caster, and I want to know, they've got some new t-shirts. I want to know if you'd be interested in t-shirts as a giveaway, if that's something that would intrigue you. So here we go. First, I'm going to start by putting some of this yellow on top. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll see. We'll just put a little yellow on the top of the very top of the highlights that I've already got the flesh tone on top. Then I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I'm going to take some of the transparent orange and watch what happens. See how pretty that transparent orange is on top of that flesh color? And it's really bright and vivid, like an ink almost. Then when I put it over the yellow slash go, like that. I really do like working with the transparents. I think I'm going to try to work with them more. How that bright is. That's pretty much what I used on the base, and I'd forgotten that's what I had used. So I was fighting with my orange. This orange is a little different. It's a little bit more opaque because orange is a natural, orange and yellow are naturally kind of transparent. So I wasn't getting the effect I wanted with this beautiful, luminous, bright orange. Go smoothing it all out, because there, that is so much better. And I can use a little bit of the yellow on top if I want to highlight, and I can work it back and forth. It's mixing a little bit on the model, which is perfect. And I'm going to check my chat. Hi Panther, how are you? Going well. You're modeling at the moment? How did I build my web palette? I didn't build it. Actually, I'm sponsored by Redgrass Games. In fact, so here, this is the palette, and it comes, hold on, I'm gonna go grab some. I'll be right back. So I have these palettes from Redgrass Games, and I'm a sponsor. So if you live in the United States and you're interested in buying one of these, I am a retailer as well. So they come in these packages, and I have the starter pack as well as the complete pack. I'll show you. Here's the complete pack, and as you can, it comes with everything you need. It comes with a wavy well palette right here. It comes with 2 hydration sponges and a pack of 50 hydration sheets, which are the palette paper. It comes with this the palette itself, and then the lid over there. So you can actually, with the 2 sponges, have 2 separate palettes if you want. And then it has a band that goes around it. So when you put the lid on, you can go store it. And I like to tell people that if you store it in the like a fridge or in like a mini fridge or something like that, will actually keep the palette wetter even longer. It'll also antimicrobial because it'll stir that. Tried to build your own and it didn't go well. Oh, okay. Panther, what are you in the US or in Canada by chance? Because if you are, you can order these from me. Or not, if you're not in the US, someone do !redgrass. And you can pull up my affiliate link and you can order these from them directly. Europe. Okay, so you'll want to order directly from them because they are European, so it'll come much faster. Don't order through me and you just go use my affiliate link. Let me see. Somebody hasn't put that up yet. Put that up. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Teviston. I appreciate that. That's my affiliate link. I just get a few dollars from that, but it will, yeah. So I recommend that you get the complete pack. If you don't have a lot of funds, this is only about, I don't even think it's a total 20 euros. It might be a little bit less. But this has 15 hydration sheets and 1 sponge and no well palette. So it's a little bit more affordable, but it has everything you need to start. Yeah, and then you can always get the refills from them. You can maybe order one of these and a pack of hydration sheets. That'll get you going if you don't want the wavy well palette or anything. If you are from the United States, you can order these from me. I have a ton because I was going to take them to conventions this year. Obviously, I'm not going to any conventions, so I will have those for sale throughout the year. So you might order the rotating thingy. It's nice. I do like the holder. But they're actually doing Kickstarter for. Have you placed our ship? What does that mean, Jamie? What am I? How am I misplaced? That will. That says shoulder. Oh, good. Okay. What do you mean? Have you misplaced? Are you able to hear me? Oh, I bet he came on screen when I just went to go get the pallets. But that's what happened. I'm back. Alrighty, so here we go. 1 second. So this is the model that we're painting. We're painting the Twilight Knight from Kingdom Death. I'm gonna go ahead and check real quick at my visual reference, so I know I'm doing this right. Kingdom Death. See if I just do Halloween Twilight Knight. Pin up KDM, that works. Yes, that's cool. Righty, so I want to make sure I get the artwork right. It looks like so far doing okay. Okay. So she's got this jack-o'-lantern here. I'm gonna try to put there's like a blue light coming out of it. I'm gonna try to paint that next. Hey, how's it going? It's going good, Minkolas. How are you? So before I do the jack-o'-lantern, I'm gonna get new paint. Pro Krelf. It's turquoise, which is hopefully gonna work out well. One of their new colors. I'm gonna use that in white, and I'm gonna attempt to paint the jack-o'-lantern correctly here. All right, so I want to try this first with just turquoise. I'm gonna paint in, shoot, it's gonna be really tricky. Not hit the edges. There we go. That's actually, that looks pretty good. A little bit in the back of his head back here as well. Now to give that a glowing look, we need to add a little bit of white to the center. See if I can add a little bit of turquoise to it so that it doesn't look completely... Go. There we go. Now we can add the white. Maybe. Starting to look glowing. Oh, and I forgot the nose. The nose also has a little glowing turquoise in it as well. There we go. Haha. Okay, now I add the white to that as well. So that's how I give that glowing look. And paint the edges of the eye with a little OSL so it feels like it's kind of glowing off of the edge of his mouth there and eyes. That looks good enough. Now I was going to finish the rest of this transparent appearance here. Transparent orange, that is. That blue and that orange is going to contrast really nice. See how that looks. Go back to a transparent there, the yellow. Okay, and I think we talked about how last time he's got these little bubbles on his head. I'm not really sure what that is. So I'm using only acrylic. Only acrylic. That is all I use when I paint. I sometimes do use oils, but mostly just acrylic. All right, so now I'm painting these little bubbles on his head. As much as I can anyway, because they're very small. Just giving them a little highlight, and then I'm going to go over the whole thing with maybe a little bit of transparent red, so it'll look pink, because I want it to look pink. If I thin this out enough, it might be, because the transparents are really pigmented. I have to thin that just edge. Yeah, that might work. Let's try it. Tiny bit of this red over the top. Oh yeah, actually that looks really cool. That. I'm going to put a little bit of red into the recesses of some of my pumpkin as well. Ooh, that's too much. So what my goal was to try to deepen the orange, but got a little bit carried away. All right, looks fine. See if I can put a little red on her horns again. Not so bad. And let's see what happens if I put just a tiny bit of red into the crevices of her cloak. It's probably gonna make my orange look a little deeper, which is perfect. Red gives it, yeah, I actually really like that. That goes really well with the base as well. A little bit more red on the bottom. Little bit. I'll tie it in. Give me 1 second, guys. I will check chat in a minute. There we go. Okay. Okay. Good, good. Chill EDM. Let's change it. Chill EDM in. Mark. How's everybody doing? Are you excited for the weekend? Excited to be able to rest? Wait, that's not chill EDM. That's chill. Very chill. Also, do you guys do competitions? I do, but I don't like them. I do. It's funny because I do competitions, but I don't like competitions. What? Mike, don't interrupt me. You don't know how to get that smooth transition? Is the only, well, that's how I got the smooth transition with the transparents. These transparent colors, and you can also use ink. It helps a lot. Hey Spear, I did see the Jim Henson Kickstarter. I backed the entire Dark Crystals selection that they had. I'm excited about that. So here's some red. The transparent red we're talking about. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I'll let this dry a little bit after I get this on here. Love the transparents. They're so bright. They dry matte like a paint. Well, they are a paint. They're transparent when you put them on, so they'll deepen anything that you're putting them on. So that. This whole little lantern, I messed that lantern up the other day. It needs to be turquoise. I didn't realize that. So I'm going to go ahead and paint turquoise on the top of it. Should have done that in the first place. So, more thing. Right now, once that dries, then I can go ahead and add the white so it looks like a glow. It's starting to dry. See if I can add a little bit now and wet blend it in. Smooth transitions with acrylics is harder than with oils, you're right. But it's not impossible. You just have to know some tricks. And I try to teach the tricks on here as best as I can. So here we have blue and white, and there's no transition, right? Now I'm going to wet my brush. So I have water, and then I wiggle it so it's more smooth. There's no harsh line, right? And wet blend. You're blending one color at the same time as you're blending the other color. The white is still wet. Then I come in with the wet turquoise, wet blue, and I try to blend them together at the same time. Does that make sense? Hope so. Turquoise again. See, and that looks like a little glow. And then I let that dry, and then I'll come back in with the white, and I'll bring out the edges a little bit more on the bottom. Now it looks even more like a glow. Or white. Looks like it's glowing. That one really looks good, but now we have a hard line, so I have to smooth it. And the edges of the lantern need to be white as well. Show you. That helps some of the transition. Like a glowing lantern now. Now I need to paint this sword, which is probably the hardest thing on this model. So I need to look at something. I'm not good at painting swords. Hi, Millennia. I guess it's the Kickstarter is from Broken Toad. If you go to Broken Toad's Facebook page, or if you go on Kickstarter and search Black Sun Miniatures or Broken Toad, I can't remember. Both of them are collaborating, and they got the license, which is the most important part, to recreate busts and miniatures for the Labyrinth and for Dark Crystal, and it's just an amazing. They funded in 15 minutes, so it's already funded. They have Skeksis, a Ludo bust, and a Hoggle bust. Oh, they got all kinds of stuff. It's so good. I got the entire Dark Crystal set. I couldn't afford €700 for both sets, but I want both sets. I really do want both sets. So I might change my mind later, but we'll see. Depends on what their stretch goals end up being. Okay. Got this sword. Not really well shown on art card much. So we're gonna go with the dark gray on the sword first. And my palette, yeah, that dark gray is gonna be good. It'll also make the red of the sword look brighter. What was the Kickstarter? Hang on, I'll show you. Hold on, let me get the link. I'll get the link for it and I'll post it. Okay. Hold on, I've got wet paint on there. Hold on. Kickstarter. All right, here's the link. I'll post it. Copy, and then Twitch. Yeah, sorry, Joras. Only mods and myself are allowed to post links. I'll get it for you. Don't worry. Hold on. Where am I? There we go. There we go. Yeah, only there we go. There's your Kickstarter link. So it's called Jim Henson, Labyrinth, and the Dark Crystal. Go. You're waiting for a Kickstarter next week from Bold Miniatures. 3 busts of cute, non-sexualized fantasy girls with a familiar and joyful for 2 of them. So that's cool. Familiar? With the familiar. Oh, you're joyful? Okay, I guess I understand now. That's cool, Millennia. I'm really hesitant with Kickstarters because I have been so disappointed by some of them in the past, except for Kingdom Death, from what I've heard, is really good at over delivering their Kickstarters. But a lot of other Kickstarters I've had bad luck with, so I'm real careful. And I think Broken Toad's Kickstarter will be good, but I'm still worried. I think they weren't expecting it to fund so good, so that's a good sign. Or fund so fast, rather. Ah! Getting stuff everywhere. Right. The gray part on the board handle. Once I get everything gray, I'll go back in with white. Up a lot. Oh. So, I have more paint on my brush now. So what are you going to get, Teviston? Are you going to get any of the Dark Crystal or the Labyrinth Kickstarter stuff? Is anybody here going to get it all? 700 euro is a lot of coins, for sure. And I'm not as big of a fan of the Labyrinth, and I'm also not as big of a fan of the Labyrinth sculpts that they have. However, if I were a big Labyrinth fan, I would be all about all those sculpts. I think they did a good job on everything, but I'm the most happiest with the Dark Crystal stuff because that's honestly one of my favorite movies from childhood, and they completely won me over right away when I saw that with the rest of the sword. Once we get the sword cleaned up, it's gonna. It broke off, and then I'm painting it separate, so that way. All right, now with the red, I'm going to put on a little bit of this yellow. I put the red on top, it's going to turn a little bit orange. Okay. The orange on top, and then we'll put the red. That way at least starts. When we put that red, there's going to be more vivid on top of that yellow because it's transparent. And if I put white, it would go pink, right? So the yellow makes it read more red. Do it again on this side, and then when it dries, I'll turn it over and show you what I'm talking about. KDM is also good at over-delivering frequent and non-overwhelming updates. It's okay at delivering updates. I wouldn't say they're very good. It says I might pledge for $1, and that way you can change your pledge later at a date. Having been laid off, you don't want to go crazy. I understand. Ever since I'm looking at creating your own pledge so you can get the Skeg Season Hoggle and Lupo. That's a good idea. Broken Toad minis have been amazing quality. Oh, that's good. What? Golden Arches. Jamie, you are being funny today. These are red arches. Not golden. No. Oh, I see. I'm way behind you, Jamie. You're just like ahead of me. That's what it is. You meant golden arches like when I had the yellow. Now I get you anyway. Mind reading that. Sorry. Now we've got golden arches. God. Good though. This over here. Oh, that's looking good. Let's and like I got a little bit over here. All right, watch what happens when we go over this red. I'm hoping it will look nice and bright. That right over there. Oh, red as well. That's okay. Oh, we got Painting Cricks. Subscribe for 29 months. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Write down our subscribers. Gexy's with the sword looks. Oh, I know. It's like a whole diorama. That one I'm excited about. Super excited about. There we go. Subscribers. And we're going to put Painting Cricks. There we go. Thank you, Painting Cricks. I have red here. All right, boom. Now all that's left of the sword is to get all the little reflections. We need to wait for that red to dry. Maybe I can pick out some of the whites. Let's go in with a lighter. Yeah, lighter. Let's add a little bit of light gray first. Then I can, what I'm doing, go darker later. Good evening, Robosh. Hello. What are the rules for the WIP today? There's no rules. Post whatever you like. Post any kind of work in progress or some kind of creative endeavor that you've been doing. It doesn't have to be a mini. It can be something cool that you've been doing. Maybe when working on a, I think I want to see this pear tart that Painting Cricks paint. Did you take a picture by chance, Painting Cricks? I'm going to be a little bit upset if you did not take a picture of this amazing pear tart. There's the start of where my gray is. All my little reflections here. I'm trying to get my little now we're going to go into white. Blend it into the gray as much as I can. Yeah, I'm using the side of my brush to kind of overbrush where the brightest highlights would be. And that's going to be good enough, I think. Okay. A little bit of there. Oh, almost. That looks like a sword, right? Let's do the little reflection right here as well. There we go. Oh, and I got a little white on the red. That is easy to cover up. Go over it with the transparent again. Once we put this on her, we'll see I painted the inside. I guess it'll look okay. Let's do this side now. Like chat. Ah. Posted in the work in progress. Yes. Painting Cricks did exclamation point WIP trip. Yep. Oh, you did post your pair. Awesome. Yep. Yeah, live image gallery, not work in progress. You can still post in work in progress, but I just won't see it. Unfortunately. All right, here's the second part of the gray. Hopefully you could see this. Now I did that with the side of my brush. Edges. Kind of looking where her hand is, so that's where the brightest part of the model is going to be, right? So think about where the light's going to hit based on that. More gray. Wait, hold on. I gotta the dainty part of it. Little lantern. I'm gonna set that. Using the side of my brush to try to get like these little tiny details, which are nearly impossible. Trying too hard. I'm just trying to see. Side a little bit. White again. Whatever reason, sometimes white dries a little bit more light than I. Top of that gray. All right, that's gonna be good enough, I think, to glue on. Let's see what happens. Got a little heavy. Now, fix it side there. Let that cure. I'm wrong. Okay, got it to 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. A little bit of Insta-set. This is going to instantly set the super, I hope. Old brushes to drop a little set right on it. Now cement that maybe. There we go. Okay, now I need to repaint base. My glasses fell on the floor. Okay, you did both. Good. I'm glad. Okay. What was I looking for? I was looking for black. There we go. Use. Got a black over here. Maybe it is desk anymore. I like to use satin black for base. There we go. Well, that's gray. That's it's weird. All right, I guess we're gonna go with flat black. That'll work too. Everybody got a lot of cool things to show for WIP trips. I'm hoping. Glasses are off again. And I find that when you get that base painted and looking sharp, then the whole piece kind of starts to look good. Okay, I'll let that dry. Second. We've got this guy. This is not a Kingdom Death model, so I'm going to stick to Kingdom Death. Let's talk about what we want to paint next. Let's see what you guys want to see. We got this Forge Priest to paint. We have the Apotheosis, male and female. We could go ahead with one of those today. We've got this Archivist. I think it's the Archivist. And we've got this Kingdom Death Gold Smoke Knight. So what are you guys interested in seeing painted today? Gold Smoke Knight has a big cat hair on him. Big cat hairs, actually. All right. You tell me what you're interested in. We've got 5 to choose from. Archivist looks cool. Yeah, we do have a lot of figures. Apotheosis for abs. I know. This is the one Millennia wants to see for abs. Pictures uploaded. Awesome. The first one is this one. Dora wants to see the Forge Priest, which I kind of want to paint the Forge Priest as well. This guy doesn't have abs, but he does have a leg. I think we'll paint the Forge Priest just because it's like my least favorite of the figure, and I can show you guys how to do volumes on fabric, and I think it'll be a good one. So we'll start with a pasty colored skin tone. I think I'm going to begin with this bloodstone for his skin. So you have WIPs to show. So Panther, what we do is we you can post pictures of your work in progress on our Discord, and so you just go to the link where we're posting all the progress pictures, and go to live image gallery, which is a list of all the different possible channels that you can be in the Discord, and post your pictures of, you can post WIPs, you can post your cat, you can post a bread you baked this week, you can post any kind of hobby related thing that you want to post. It doesn't have to be miniatures. It's just a way for our community to share with each other, and it's a lot of fun. And we learn more about each other, right? This is a weird color, but I think it's going to look good once I get the lighter color blended over the top. Like a burnt sienna color on his legs. Start. I'm kind of being a little messy, so I need to clean that up in a minute. Can't reach his, he's got fabric underneath his cloth here. Okay, I think I've got all of it. And now I'm going to mix a little black with this brown to make a darker brown so that I can shade in some of the darker areas here first. Lighten that up a little bit later, but I'm starting out here. Okay. Now I can add in my flesh color, and I'm, like I said, I'm through the wet blending it over the top. So that color is actually shining through some of it. Now, add out a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Better. What paint set is this? This mostly is Pro Acryl by Creature Caster. This is where I get it from, creaturecaster.com. They're located in both Canada and the US, but you can order it from them. Yeah, thanks, Jamie G. Appreciate that. Okay, glasses are off again. Go back in. Try to highlight my leg a little bit. And some of this color. Gradually build up the color, be lighter and lighter. And I'm blending it as I go. Sneaky, thank you so much for subscribing. 16 months. Sneaky, tiny, small. Give some hype to Sneaky. Tiny. Small. Go. By the way, Sneaky, how did you get your screen name, if I may ask? I don't think I ever knew that. Hello. Okay, you're in there. What did you say damn about, Panther? I missed it. Alright, I'm trying to get this leg highlighted up a little bit. It's tricky because I probably didn't do it right. There, now I have a nice transition. Adding thin layers, little bit by little bit. See how that's starting to look? More paint. Oh, all right, so that leg is almost good. Gotta get the inside of his leg better. Got a little too orangey. Because of monkey, he said something along the lines of tiny lady. Oh, that's cute. And then you joined Twitch. Oh, you joined to watch me? Gosh, I didn't know that, Lamunis. You guys are awesome. Wow. How many people came here to Twitch because of me? And how many of you would go to another platform because of me? Because I'm thinking about going back to Facebook. Because Facebook has started monetizing some of their videos. But I know a lot of people who are on Twitch don't even use Facebook, so I'm not sure. And I did spend a lot of time building the Twitch audience. I might do both. We'll see. I don't want to jerk you guys around too much. I personally prefer Facebook a little bit, but that's just me. We got another subscriber. Otherwise, Bill, thank you for the subscription. How are you? I gotta spell color with a O-U. Wait, color, O-U-R. I know I messed that up. How are you? Now I messed up Bill too. There we go. Luckily you can't read it because it's too fuzzy. You would? You did? Definitely will follow. Found you originally on YouTube. Awesome. Well, that'd be cool. That's another place I've been thinking about streaming is YouTube because they also have it so that you can monetize their platform. I just want to, see what I can do. Try some different things. Once you got the streaming equipment, you can kind of stream anywhere, right? Kind of like having the regular program over here, but Amazon is the one that owns Twitch. And I don't know what I think about Amazon, but keeping me well fed right now with all of the stuff that's going on. Well supplied. Okay. So all the original brown that we laid down is still there. It's just a lot more hidden. Shadows. Okay, now A little bit more of this light. Now we're bringing out those volumes on each of those muscles. If I slow down a little bit, I'll be able to even paint it even better. Grab a little bit of my bright color here. Just the top of the muscles groups so that you can see those nice and bright. I'm just sketching in some of the lights. All right, once those lights are in there, I can go back and go back down. Some of that main color that I was using before and blend it in. What happened with my computer skipping? I don't. There we go. Getting better. All right, let's paint brown for his leathers and maybe make it dark. This black brown. This will work. Check chat. Yeah. Oh, she's been painting a long time. She was originally a watercolor artist. Yeah. How long have I been painting? So I have been painting like an artist probably since I was like 5 years old. But I became an artist probably, professionally when I was in college. So when I was 21. And then, yeah, that's when I started selling my work and stuff when I was in college. And then I was a professional watercolor artist from 2006 until 2013. And then I did miniature painting from 2013 until today. And I've been full-time with miniature painting since probably 2015. I really like it. There we go. And I'm going to give him brown gloves too. So notice I'm painting where his skin is first. I'm going to paint around the edges. Then I can paint a lot faster in the middle. You paint around the edges where the hands touch the mallet, the weapon. But I have a degree in two-dimensional studio art, and I've been painting and drawing for my whole life. And then I've been a nerd and a gamer since I was 10 years old, I think. Maybe I was a nerd longer than that, but and I started doing the gaming hobby and the miniature hobby probably probably around the same time when I was in college. But yes, I do paint a lot like a watercolor artist. I paint a lot different than a lot of other miniature artists because of it. So there we go. Here, let's do this weird cloak, kind of a executioner. We'll give him a cloak on top that's... Now I like brown and blue together, so I think I'll make his cloak blue. This inside here black. Side two. When I have my glasses off, just do @Shoshie's Minis to ask me questions. Hi boy says, used to paint minis all the time when you were a kid, and at 52 trying to get back into it. Awesome. Panther says, I went for modeling because of World War II, and it's cool to actually see vehicles in 3D. Oh, cool. And Hi boy says, yeah, models were the start. Then RPGs came along and transitioned from Gundams to mechs and wizards and orcs. Yes, exactly. That's funny. It's interesting to find out what everyone's journey to miniatures is. Everyone is a little bit different, huh? All right, there we go. I think I got all his gloves painted. Good. And he also has a belt here, what we'll get. Okay, real quick, I'm kind of going underneath his cloak here. Getting some of this shadows. I'm going to eventually transition that to blue, but I'm putting in the brown now because I want brown shadows for my blue. You'll see what I do. All right, that is almost good enough. So this is still wet. Watch what happens. I'm gonna get my blue. I think I'm gonna use, this is jade, it's a blue-green. I'll use this with my brown plus maybe a little bit of this sky blue. Let's shake it a little bit. Let's shake it. See what happens when we mix a little bit of that with a little bit of this darker blue. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And I'm gonna just put this on very fast. See how it looks with the brown? It looks nice. It's very saturated though. So I'm gonna mix some of my brown in here. There, that's better. A little blue up here. A little bit too saturated. See how it's wet. So it's wet on wet. And it blends very nice. add some brown over here because of the shadow. More brown. See how fast that paints when you're painting water or acrylic? Okay, so again, we're going to go in here with the brown. Get in there with my brown shadow. Right? Now I take my blue, bit of blue, mix it with the brown a little bit. And I lighter blue on top, on the brighter parts. Brown in there. Back in my bright blue again on the light's going to hit that pretty directly, so that's going to not have as much brown in it. Painting very quickly. Try to get that paint, wet paint, to mix on the model. And I can come back and add some highlights after things are more sorry, I gotta concentrate so I can get the smooth blends while it's still wet. So. All right, here we go with this lighter, even lighter blue. Now, see how it's still wet and it blends in really pretty? Now, I have a lot of confidence because I've done this before and I know where I want my lights, so it can be done pretty quickly without too many mistakes. It takes practice to get to this level to where you can just, you know, shove paint around like that. Now I'm gonna let that dry because it's gonna dry streaky. It's just gonna, but we'll get at least a base for it started. I like the blue and the brown together. I think it's really pretty. I know, see, lots of questions. Do add Shoshie. Somebody show him, add Shoshie's minis. This is what you need to do. When I have my glasses off, this is what, yeah. When I have my glasses off, you do add Shoshie's minis so it can see you in chat. You would not be able to do it. Kai Boy says, I used to paint mini. The hobby's evolved a lot. Yep. Oh, you check also. Oh, okay. Still don't know quite how to mud, even if it sounds like the easiest. It's difficult, yeah. Natural brush. The Kolinsky Sable. Kolinsky? Yeah, I don't know. If this one has it. Oh, you can't see it. They're all rubbed off. But they're all Kolinsky Sable, natural hair. Boy says, aha, wow, I would have to add a lot of medium to keep it that wet. So these paints are very good for wet blending. They naturally have a long open time, and an open time means that they stay wet. See, he's still wet. That's why it works so well, because this is a very, very long drying time. So some paints are better than others for that. Now you need to thin the paint and wet surface. Go. Devista says, with the climate I live in, I need drying retardant to do any wet blending. Okay. So I'm going to use a hairdryer now. I'll use a hairdryer. I'm going to mute myself. And I'm going to dry this with a hairdryer. And we'll see what it looks like, because it's going to need more work. Okay, 1 minute. Test. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so it is dry, mostly. There's one spot that's not dry, but there's like one little spot that I still... So you can see it's kind of, it needs work now, but we can work on it now. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna use the lighter color. This is lighter. And I'm gonna come over here on the edge, right? Rinse my brush. And then blend edge. Or paint. Yeah, I use the side of my brush to do that. Use a little bit of, this is, add a little bit to, yeah, that's better. I added a little bit of peach to my blue because I try to desaturate it a little bit. I don't want that blue to be so bright. Add a little peach. That, saturate that blue so it's not so crazy. Now I have my green, my dark green. To come over here, my darker color. So do you see, there's a little hole building. I need to be careful. It's still wet. I'm gonna try again. Slow down. Okay. My blue. See, that's looking cool. Add a little bit of that peach there. Good. I'm gonna let that dry because I want to come back and glaze that lighter color back. So it's not, work it back and forth until it's water in my brush. I just need more paint. Okay. Get my peach. That's 2 peach, so I add more blue. Okay, it's starting to look good with that brown shadow. So that has to dry, so I'm going to work over here now. Check chat. I see my name now. See? Need all of you to try all of your advice. See, I would normally do this with oils. Now you need to try. Yeah, try it with a. It's going to be different. But and you can paint with oils on miniatures. It just takes so much longer to dry, right? But it does work. You can do it. It just, I recommend, if you like oils, hold on. Second. This is a water mixable oil color from Winsor Newton, and these dry much faster. And I would try this. Try this. Highlights and shadows with oils, good. Water mixable oils are much easier, I think, on miniature. Okay, so this is dry now, so I can come back with my watery green, right? And knock it back down. This is called a glaze or a wash. But if I use a lot of it, they call it a wash. If you use a little bit, it's called a glaze. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. Take some time. Go to the front. That way we're always turning the model around a little bit. A little bit of peak. My Japanese metal. Okay. Yeah, it is very watercolory for me. That's how I like it. I like it to look like a watercolor. And I paint like I paint on a canvas, you know? It's just a small canvas. go. Ooh, it's hard. Whew. It's a lot of work. See, now I'm starting to try to blend in some of the hard lines. Back in some blue. So a lot of drying needs to happen with some of this. I like how this is looking. That's looking very cool and almost antique. Or weathered, it almost looks weathered. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this paint is split. It's split, but that's okay because I kind of like how it looks. And I'm going to use it as a, I like it though. Always use a happy accident, right? Bob Ross. It's looking cool. All right, I'm gonna check chat. I feel like I need a stretch break. I have a friend that used oils on Minnie and it came out beautiful, but it was still wet days later. He's a pro oil painter, so he stuck to what he knew. I may try the airbrush technique that you have been using with the black and white spray paint. Also, you can use like a lacquer. This is Testers. You can use like a dull coat over oil and it might dry it a little bit faster, a little bit. I also use this Mecca varnish. This is also water-based, so it might not stick to the oil, but it might help it if you airbrush it on. Kevin says this, I've been wanting to play with oils on minis, mostly on bus. Yeah, definitely bigger. It's definitely bigger at a better, it's better to use on larger minis. Yeah, it works. Just need to protect it. His hardest problem was handling the mini and wrapping every night. Yeah. Get some odorless turpentine. Helps, but you still need a lot of air. You have, yeah, you get. Yeah. That's the other reason why I don't like oils is because it's toxic. It can be very dangerous. Want to get out of gecko? Right. Get out of gecko. I wonder if it's available this time. She's been. Ow. Hold on. I'm going to get peppercorn out. Oh no. Log again. All right. Guess we get biscuit again. My gecko. She's named Ginger Biscuit. Like the light. Like always turns away. African fat tail gecko because she has a little fat tail. It's like squishy. Baby. Go. Her little hand. Biscuit. Like the light. There she is. Whoop, don't fall. See if I can put her out of the light where you go. Is great. He's such a cutie. Wait till you see Peppercorn. Peppercorn is my other gecko. She is also really cool looking. She's always hiding in this one log and I can never get her out. I can push her out back. Peppercorn. Yes, now she's mad at me. So this is Peppercorn. She is the brown colored gecko that I have. I think she's prettier than Biscuit by a little bit. Very grumpy girl. That's why she's called Peppercorn. Come on, silly goo. Looking at me. Hang on. She has a little bit of shed. She looks like she just shed. Yeah, she's got. This is the natural color. This is how they look like in the wild. Have a brown coloring. Don't want me to touch her tail. Girl. I think this brown is beautiful. So the other one is more albino. Can you see those little pieces of shed that didn't come off her? She's a little extra shed. Got a little squish. Oh, don't eat that cat hair. That explains why she's been hiding so much, is because she had the shed. Checking her toes because I want to make sure there's no skin on her toes. Very warm. Good. All right, I'm going to let you go back in the cage. Okay. Okay. They're really cute. They're really sweet. Both cute, but Peppercorn is incredible. She's a little bratty, but I like it. I like her. But she was my first gecko. So first we got Peppercorn, and then about a month or two later we got Ginger Biscuit. So Ginger is 4 years old and Peppercorn is 3. All right, so we've got some nice stuff going on here. I'm gonna spend some time smoothing all this out, and I'm gonna get in my zone. Aw, thank you for the bits. Oh, wow, thank you so much, Proxy Arp. Wow, that's a lot of bits. So much. The blending tutorial, we're gonna do more. I'm gonna blend this even better. So I'm gonna take off my glasses. I'm gonna spend some time blending this till it's actually really smooth, because right now you can see it looks chunky, right? So I'm taking some colors here. You can watch. So hold on here. More paint. Brown in there. Back. My shadows again. How I feather blend it into the shadows, I should say. Getting better. So then I'm going to use, when I want stuff to be lighter, bring out my I really appreciate your tip. Yeah, thank you. Really awesome. Do use the tips for the stream, and that it does go back into the stream. So data here. See, this is good, much more blended out. That is what I want the rest of this to. Darker color. It's a lot of wet blending. Hot. Back and forth until it looks right. See, that's too much water. If you get too much water, it's a mess. You see I'm doing a lot of this to blend. See how, let me use more paint so I can give you an example. You can use it without any amount of paint, but I'm putting down the paint and then I'm blending it out. And as I go this way, can you see how less and less paint? That's called a gradation. And when in watercolor, it's called a glaze, which is funny because in miniature painting, a glaze is just water. I guess it's still a glaze, right? So if I'm blending, I want to blend two colors, right? I'm blending it with that same gradation brush stroke that I used before. Sort of like a sweeping motion, right? So I want to add another color in here, right? And this gets lighter and lighter. I want to add a little yellow. It together. Lighter. That's how I do my blending. I got paint all over my hand. There. I don't recommend painting on your hand, by the way. Don't do that. All right, so now we're going to keep blending in here. Light. Back with voice, darker color here. Down. Darker down here. This music has a good rhythm to it, and so it makes it blend to it. I recommend having music on. It does help when you're kind of in a rhythm to have the same kind of brush stroke over and over again. Now I stick my lighter colors. Fight for them because they get chalky a little bit. Now it's easier because I've already gotten my blends below it pretty well. I like that. I think I might leave that because I how that looks. Put in a little bit of that. Then it kind of ties in the skin, right? There's a painter in Poland. Her name is Marina Ringel, I think is what her name is. Oh, good. She has a Patreon as well that's I've been learning from. Go ahead and go on the edges. What happens? Sometimes I just paint stuff to see what it looks like, and if I like it, I leave it, and if I don't like it, I take it out. I like it sometimes. You have to follow your instincts. Nice. I like that with the getting there, isn't it? I feel like it needs some brown. Bit of orange, maybe? Yeah. No. Burnt red. What it needs. Watch. Good color for this turquoise. With the dark turquoise and the brown. That's really yes, yes. Sorry, I get excited when I finally get a nice contrast. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. So these are opposites on the color wheel, the turquoise and the reddish brown. They'll always look nice together. Put more of the red up in. Beautiful. Painterly. All right, hold on. I'm going to do the front too. I want to check chat. There's a lot going on in chat. Hi, Amberden. Package cleared customs finally. Oh, good, Ravage. Oh, it's taken forever, isn't it? Chilled out and trying to relax for your nightly attempt at grocery delivery slot. Oh, I'm sorry, Amberden. You do this every night? Lumina says, all right, just applied for unemployment. Oh my gosh, you guys are going through some heavy stuff. Ravage is self-employed and sat on your behind, so that's not great. Oh. Then for one, just in case you're any pro acryls, transparents, and other paint, just went back up online. Oh, good. Minnie's looking good. Thank you, Evo Halfling. We're going to put some more reds into these little shadows back here. I'm going to mix some of that with some. Go. Like that red back there. It looks awesome. More of that rusty red in there. Yes, so pretty. I love it. Okay, now watch what happens. I'm gonna take some of that rusty red and I'm gonna highlight his boots a little bit. That ties in the browns, right? Gloves. Hope this is working anyway. Tell me if you think it looks okay. Yeah, I need to work on it some more. Now, for his little outfit here, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna mix the peach and the blue together. Peach and the blue to make sort of a light, weird green. But because those colors are already in the mini, it's gonna look good, right? Too much water on my model. Hold on. I had to dry that off a little bit. So, base coating it with this light color or paint. Oh, that's looking cool. Like that. Does everybody you guys get anything out? Like does anybody here ever feel better after relaxing and watching this stream? I really hope that there's something therapeutic to watching this. Maybe. Hope. Me, I think we talked about this before. Painting is medicine, right? I really like that. That's just so cool looking. Okay. Get in here some of the little, I need to add a little of that dark grayish color so that I added some brown to it. Quite so bright. Okay. I need to let that dry. Plastic I have to cut off. No, Zen for one says my comment was missing a missing. Forced to retire and watching the pension plans burn. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amberton. Makes you want to paint. Yeah, I hope so too, Ravage. It'll be all born again when we're allowed out. Got Reaper Mammoth. Gap filling, watching her painting videos. Oh, that's good. Good. Her. Now that this is drying, I'm seeing how pasty that cloak is, but we're going to get lighter with it in a minute. I feel like just maybe this light umber will work for lightening some of his leather. I don't really want to add another color, but I'm going to try it and see what happens. I could just try lightening the dark brown with a. Try that first. Ooh, interesting. Gray. Like a leather. We'll see. I kind of like that a lot though, with the red being in shadow color. Brown. Try to read belts. What's the word? Wet. So, this is a really great model to demonstrate kind of fabric for sure. That needs a wash. Pasty right now. A little bit of that ruddy brown. So we got to give him some life. So this is the orangey red. So we're going to put that on his kneecaps. That a little bit of life. Elbows as well. Put on his torso as well. Yeah, that helped him a lot. Ever feel like your model's looking a little dead? Just add some of that red back into his tone that he needs. Also, the red is contrasting so nice with the and the colors on there. That whole rock he's standing on, that gray-brown color. Tell me, is this video helping you guys much? It is an oddball mini. Oh, we got a new follower. Let me check. Surface Tension Painting. Thank you for the follow. That's an interesting name. At least some free time, yeah. Not gonna let it get me down. Just means more time to paint. Exactly. Go ahead and put some black on the. So at a certain point in a mini, you got to do the black base because everything changes once you put the black on. You'll see. Let's do the black now. More paint. Okay. The large base, but models comes on that large base. Boss character. Try to hold him sides of the base. This is also the most irritating part. Painting is painting bases. There we go. Changes a lot, doesn't it? Okay. I feel like we need to get in here. More highlighting and washing and stuff like that. Dark lining, he needs to be dark lined. Let's see what happens when we do a little dark lining. So dark lining, let's do it with this umber wash. Let's dark line with the umber wash. Dark brown. Out. I've not used this as a liner yet, so we'll see what happens. It's got a dark brown. Add a touch of decay black to it. Just drop. Yeah, dark brown and black. Oh. Right, so it's really dark brown. Now, yeah, but it's thin, so we're gonna, uh-oh, that wasn't a good idea. Oi. Oi, veis mir. Okay, hold on. We're gonna hair dry this so that I'm not getting my hands all covered. Oh, let me myself so you don't have to deal with that. Second. Hi, the Art of Wargaming. Okay, the Art of Wargaming, we don't allow no. So we don't allow self-promotion on the channel, so I know you weren't meaning it, but this is, I'm just letting you know that's not okay. There you go. Yeah, I know it's not that bad, but there's a lot of people who've done it. And I just think that a lot of people don't read my rules. All right, so here's my liner. I'm gonna go in here and dark line everything. Oh, it's not that loud. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ooh, knocked over a couple of brushes. There we go. The crevice here. Hoping that I can feather this out. That it doesn't look like better. Put the dark line under the bells. Come back in and separate highlight and everything. Not highlight, but what's this mini? This is the what is he called? He's called the Forge Priest. Forge Priest. Like I want to dry brush part of him. Getting somewhere. See, there's right in between where his arm and his, that's where you're going to put a little bit of this dark line. add a little black to that because it's not dark enough. That. Under his cloak. And on his wrist. How that pops out already. I see a little spot on his elbow that needs to be fixed. That's too dark. Light, rather, too light. A little bit of this lighter peach. Okay, so now that those highlights are in, I come back with my little bit I need to do a wash. No, maybe not. Try it over here. Need the dark line. Black in there. A lot of people don't use black. Maybe we should try purple. Purple is a little bit less severe. Find the right that I use. I think I might have put my purple back on the shelf. Let me check. Got some burgundy in it. This got purple in it, and it'll make a nice dark line. We'll also go with our, yeah, purple is good. How do you say purple in Czech? Shake it. That's perfect. It's going to be a great color with it. Yelova. Yelova? Is that right? Did I say it right? I probably messed it up. My Slavic pronunciations aren't so good. It's going to be perfect with this model. Watch. Full dark line. I'm going to use this on his face too. Purple in the shadow, the skin as well. purple always, I feel like, makes things look like a deeper. It's a better, less harsh than black, I think. Great model because I can kind of do whatever I want, right? I don't have to paint it a certain way. There, highlights of this mask. Probably want to do some dry brushing on it. Ouch. Back of his arm, I'm gonna do purple. I really love what that did to the shadows of the blue. Brought that out. Let's do that up here. Okay, getting some. Sometimes it goes through an ugly stage, right? I feel like it was going through the ugly stage. Now we're getting a good place. That brown on his gray with the brown together. Yeah, I keep going back to the same colors over and over again. And that's how you make it always look good. That limited palette. Same colors I keep using over and over again. Okay, I'm going to check chat in 1 second. I'm sorry. Now I get him his zone. Also, we can use this gray color to kind of dry brush on the rocks. A little bit more blue. Dry brush the rocks a little bit. Okay, we got to get this side. I'm going very fast. Ah. Oh, yes, except for the A. Dove. A really good method. Skill. Oh, you do? Tell me. Tell me what your skill method is. Lots of peeps do his cape red, and it's really refreshing to skill. Good. Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted him to kind of have like a little bit of a Greek feel. Right. This. I think I might have done him with the red before. I'm not sure. definitely wanted to, you know, so now I'm highlighting with the white and with the peach. I lighten it with the peach first, and then I add a little bit of white, but I don't go straight to white because it gets chalky on me. Look good as I want. Now there, I can put white on the top. It will read as white, I hope. Here. Tricky shadows. Oh, I just noticed some of his torso is back there. Give it a little bit of a mauve color instead. Oh, there we go. That's much better. I glaze over his arm because it's got a little too bright, maybe. There is something missing. I think I need to go with the purple a little bit more into the. Yeah, it is purple. Look what happens when I put that as my dark liner. Spots. Okay, let me check that. Fast. Get graphite dust from sanding pencils, and then you sponge brush, you dip it on a gray base. Whoa, that sounds really cool, Panther. I will try that one day. I like that idea. Very different than what I've seen before. Didn't get all of his gray blue mace or hammer. Get all that paint. I can feel myself getting kind of tired. We might just do our WIP trips in a minute here. And then see what happens. Having a little break, I'll be back into. I need to work on his. This is Moonray Flesh for his cloak. A little bit lighter. There we go. It's more of an ivory, and that'll still go with that palette. Do that. Good. Got a satin finish to it, so it won't, hopefully not dry chalky. Now it's like more blended and more correct to me. Cool. When I'm getting to the end of the video, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, we got another follower. Whew. Chunky Baxter, how are you? Do I have any skills with Maskall? No, I don't. Not good with Maskall, I'm sorry. I have tried using Mask, but I always end up messing it up somehow. Pardon me. Okay, there we go. Using that ivory, and it seems like it's blending so much nicer onto the model because of the satin finish. Yeah, I'm getting the ends of the cloak, make it pop a little bit better. Something a little bit lighter on it. The pace of the music is causing me to be a little fast, maybe a little too fast. We'll see. Okay. Looking cool. I think I'm going to use a dry brush to get the mask because I'm not sure what to do with it, and I don't work or not. Let's try it. Use my burgundy to dry brush the mask. I don't hate it. Kind of like the red helmet. Remember, I can always back if I don't like it, but I do the bit. Okay, what time is it? Are we ready for WIP trips? I'm ready. Got a lot more to go on him, but I think I'm burnt out. So what time is it? 4:48. So we got exactly a half an hour. Our WIP trips. All right. Chunky Baxter's good. All right, I'm glad. All right, so make sure, let's do exclamation point WIP trips. If you guys are ready, we're gonna go ahead and look at everybody's stuff from the week and see what you've been working on. I gotta find my keyboard. Keyboard. Exclamation point WIP trips. Somebody wake up, mods. Hold on a second here. If I can type it faster than one of my. There you go. Oh, Rumble beat me. Awesome, Rumble. All right, I'm gonna turn down the music just a skosh. Actually, I'm gonna put in a different song. That. Right, ready to ease into the part of our program. I'm going to look at pictures that you've posted on our WIP Trip gallery, which is a live image gallery, so you can go post. Like to have us shown up. Oh, Georgia, you got the model. I don't want you to paint it before me. I'm so that's so funny. Okay, hold on a second here. Open this up. Now I have to get on the ball, Jora, so that I can get working on it. Funny. Wow, user wood, that is amazing. Okay. Okay, and there's the pie. Okay, the part rather. All right, so I'm going to go back to the. Laura says, okay. Go. iPad has a 20-second delay. All right, take a look at Dorasat's work here. Did that work? Has a delay. I keep messing it up. Sorry about that. There we go. Show it now. There. Okay. Stop messing with it. Dora says, ordered one after you showed it on stream a couple weeks ago. Quality of casting is amazing. I don't understand how they cast that without any seam lines. The thing is, Dora, is they put that together so that I'm positive they worked on it for you a little bit. The quality of that model is really good. So, hello, Rubbish Booty. How are you doing? Yes, inspire me. I don't know how to paint it. I know, and I'm completely intimidated by it as well. So I have this model, and I'm gonna paint it probably on my subscriber only streams. Oh, gone. I haven't had a subscriber only stream in a little while, so I think once I have one, it'll be with this model. I've been kind of doing subscriber streams as per my energy. Right, so the next model is by Millennia, and she's working on a cheeky witch. Photo here. Gosh, Millennia, you have improved. Remember that back in the day, when you and I painted a chibi for you? So I want to point something out. Do you see this beautiful gem? You do this gem idea on the eyes, it will look so good. I know you're not asking for critique, so this is completely unsolicited advice you don't have to take. But if you did like a little bit lighter, more oval shape, and maybe not the pupil all the way down to the bottom, but maybe bring it up just a little bit, looks kind of cat-eyed, and maybe you wanted a cat-eye look. I don't even know. So, but I think this is gorgeous. I was going to tell you that I think that your painting has improved so much in the last few years. I can see a huge difference. Look, and so cute. Good job. I'm sorry for the unsolicited advice. I don't usually do that. Might be one eye's a little wonky, just saying. That's what it said. Yeah, I really like this one. I can't wait to see her put together. So I hope that you'll post her again. Finish one. Beautiful. All right, so next, wood, and he's got a rage orc that's almost complete. Rage orc. Oh, wow. Really old. Almost like a Warhammer orc is cool. You're gonna have to post that again when you get more done. Very cool. I like that. And is that going to be the plinth that you're going to keep it on, or is it going to be a different plinth? Is that just like model is from Bricks. model. What is this from? Closest I can bring. I can't. Oh. Panther Vice says, nice, interactive. You have that exact product. Yeah, just know that if I ever give you anybody on this channel unsolicited advice, I don't think you have to take it that I never offend anybody with advice either. Kenny Crick's still here. I think he went to give the kitties. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next model. And this is also by Hugh Wood. His name is Maw Crusher. Crusher. Maw Crusher. Crusher. I want to say Crusher. Crusher. Maw Crusher. Great. But, oh, very cool. It looks like one of the ancient World of Warcraft dragons. Those primordial dragons. That's what he looks like. That's really cool. Reminds me of a World of Warcraft primordial dragon. Yeah, it is detailed. Great stuff. Yeah, and that's why I love these work in progress WIP trip. Get to see everybody's stuff and what they're doing. All right, I'm going to look at some more. I'm going to close these down, and we're painting Crick's pear tart. Yes, oh my God, pear custard tart. Look at it. It's going to make everybody hungry. And bread from his bread machine. Awesome. Have Bliss still working on his car. That looks amazing. Wow. What is making some plinths? Betty Pudgy? That's how I say your name. I'm not sure. Forgive me if I missed that. We're going to look at the model here. You made some bread. Oh my gosh, I love the bread. Okay, let's look at the pear tart first. Good. All right. Oh, custard pear. It's a custard pear tart. That makes my mouth water just at the perfectly browned graham cracker crust. Yum yum. Bread machine bread. It's made with a machine. That's why it's kind of square. That looks great. That's by Painting Crick's as well. This is okay, this is Nicholas. He says added a strong tone wash. Let me know if you want to post the individual pictures. Look at it. No, because I can just on stuff. Look at that. Yeah, the strong tone wash works really well. Get a whole lot more details now, especially on like things like rivets and stuff. That looks great. Don't you think it made a big difference? Look at this strong tone. So if you look underneath everything, there's strong tone wash. But on the bone and on the gold. Whew. Nice work. Wood, right? Yep, working on some plinths in my workshop. Very cool plinth. Wow. Got some two-tone plinth. Be nice. I like how unique they are. Okay, this is by Panther from Panther of Reese. Go. Very, very nice. Model. This is modeling. Wow. Tiny little parts. details. For two guy, thank you for taking this swastika out. That, yeah. They're beautiful. Wow. Closer. Big. That is really cool. Actual wires. Oh, and there's some more bread. Bread is by Spear. That looks beautiful. Look at the crust. And yummy. Mr. Yes. Also yummy. Wash does do a lot. Face, yeah. Okay, let's. Holes in this bread. You know, that's a good bread. Have the good. I want to see a slice next time, Spear. See it sliced with some jam. Okay, now we're going to look at a few more. We got more. Yeah, you have to hear that crust. Exactly. All right, we've got another World War II model. Is that, oh, what says, is that banana or pumpkin bread? It's no white loaf. Okay. So we got Ravage's bust. But, oh no, it's apart from Judgment. Rubbish is working on the yard. Oh, this is so cool. I'm so glad you took a picture of this. I wanted to see. Robertson got his Myrmidon, right? If that's what I remember. Okay, we're ready for down some card. All right. So Panther, just a little info about myself. Don't you mind World War II models, but just to let you know that my grandparents did. They were German. They were Polish Jewish survivors of the concentration camps. And so I'm very sensitive sometimes of that. Even if it's a model, I understand. If it's historical, I understand. But I just I don't paint them myself. It's not going to be, never going to be entertainment because I always think about my grandparents. They were such amazing people. Makes me think of what happened to them. So it's hard for me to separate that. So, but I'm still going to show your piece. Hold on one second here. Let's look. Yeah, it's about the technique. There we go. I love the tank here. Hold on. Let's. So over here we have this different colors, and I like that. And like you've got tape. Are you working on the airbrushing? I'm thinking. Dust on. Nice job. Nice paint job. One is by Ravage. Really good, Ravage. Front. So this is Don Rocca. I think that's the name of this model is Don Rocca. Job on all of the hair. The backyard, Rubbish has been working on making parents' backyard like a little sitting area. It's going to be really nice this summer, especially if you get, you know, plant some flowers and stuff. Good, you're just working hard. I like that this tree stump is now a table. That's awesome. Is it permanently a table, or is that just a window? Now we've got the Japanese metal in the background. Oh yeah, it is a table. Very cool. Ravage says, I was working on a few bits on Don Ricard from Judgment while chatting with Rumble today. Okay. Yeah, the hair did look really good. Definitely. Back and look at that hair. Awesome. Okay. This is Bill Robertson's. I'm going to turn this. I'm going to switch real quick here. A little bit harsh. There we go. Oh, making me anxious. Bill Robertson is. Ow, ow. I love his face. He's got a great expressive face. Wow, you did a job on that speaker. That looks metallic. I think non-metal, right? Non-metallic metal for that, so that looks. Up some more. Yeah, he's cute. Lots of work to go on that nice on from Orchard. Essentially what it is now. Close these. Or I think there's more pictures. Or yep, Light and Passion. Enter Light and Passion. Did you enter that contest? I voted on it. Wow, that over on Twitch because of all the polls. There's so many, so close up on part of it, so I won't get in trouble. Yeah, it can't show nipples on Twitch, guys. Not allowed. All right, let's go back. There we go. Show off the model. Show off the unpainted model here. Hold on. So Robert says, try to get a competition standard, but I think I fell short, but I pushed hard. That's what's really important is that when you competition, don't try to win. Try to be better than your last model. If you really hard and you feel like it's better than your other stuff, that is more important than trying to win a competition. Okay. Whips in progress. Yeah, everybody's crushing it. We're all getting better, right? Let's look. So this is the model that I'm not allowed to show on Twitch because there's so many nipples. Let's go. Can't show it, but you can do a boom off. Sorry, I can't show it. But I definitely want to, if you can post a censored version next time, I'll definitely post it. This is a little bit more by Panther. Nope, yeah, by a little bit more by Panther. Very nice, very realistic. It's gonna have lights. Like it's wired for lights. Yeah, there's. Wow. Very real. Cool. Tiny little paper. That's so cool. All right, that's all we have. I think that's all we have. Let me check. Yep, that's all we have. Guys, so much light and passion says, oh, on a model, but okay, only an issue on Twitch. Twitch doesn't. I'm not allowed to post artwork my own. That's why when we painted this model, I painted her with the cover. Really funny. Sometimes we make fun of it. Not even allowed to have male nipples, which is silly. But what are you gonna do, right? It's not even on a model. Yeah, it is extreme. Especially, well, so you have to understand, Twitch is an American company, right? and America was founded by Puritans, and we don't even have boobs on our TV, like not allowed on television. And a lot of the same people who do advertisers on Twitch are American. So that's why, because of American advertisers, it's all about the money. If you know, if we didn't have advertisers on Twitch, we could do whatever we wanted, right? Because no, in Europe is much more casual, you know, much more casual about nudity, and not a big deal because it's your body, right? And I personally agree. I think it's bad that we allow so much violence on TV, but we don't allow breasts. Stupid. Yeah. Yahoo USA. Proxy. Yeah. All right, let's find somebody amazing to host over for our wonderful. Let's see. Host over. It is that time. Had a really good stream. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back on Monday, 2:30 to 5:30, 6, and we'll be painting some more King Death. Gonna raid. I think we're gonna raid Studio J7. Haven't raided him in a little while. All right, go ahead and punch that raid button. Get ready, and then we're gonna go ahead. Outro. Cut my our outro. Punch the raid button. Join us. All right, guys. I will see you on Monday, and you have a great weekend. Bye, guys.